My name's Samuel Speaks, and I am a speaker, and I've been speaking now for just over a year. And what inspired me to be a speaker was one night I work at the O2 Arena, and one night I was the show was Jessie J, and my friend, he plays the drums for her. Now during the night I walked through the arena and I heard all this screaming, and I looked up on the stage and it was him doing his solo part. And for me, we grew up together from young, so for me I saw it as he's on a platform doing what he loves doing, and what he's been doing for years, and I literally am not on any platform because I've decided to just settle and conform to the normal job, if that makes sense. So that was a moment. That was the keyest moment. I don't even know if keys is a word, but that was a key moment for me, and that changed everything. So yeah, that moment, when I walked through the arena, I said enough was enough. I said that it's time for me to chase a passion. The reason why I said a passion is because at the time, I then also wanted to be a tour manager during that time. But it wasn't, you got to understand there's a difference between passion and pleasure. So a lot of people mistake a pleasure for being their passion, when really your passion is something that you can't, it keeps you up every night. You can't run from it, because no matter what you do, whether it's someone that speaks to you and says, oh, how you doing with that, or someone just reminds you about something, that a passion is just something you cannot run from. And I think for me, the speaking was something I couldn't run from. I used to speak at my church sometimes. My pastor or bishop now, he used to put me on different platforms, and I always was someone that just loved to speak. The main obstacle you have is fear. That's like an obstacle that everyone has, and the only reason to get past fear is to feel the fear and do it anyway. That's a saying that someone told me once, and I'm scared of heights. Well, I was scared of heights, and I remember one time I went to Jamaica, and I was at the top of this mountain, and the guy said, basically we just had a quad biking tour, and at the end of this quad biking tour, you had the option, should I say, to jump off a mountain into the water, or to just kind of stay dirty. And we were soaked in mud, and I didn't want to stay like that, so I had one option in order to become clean, and that was to jump off into the water. So what I'd done, I got to the top of the mountain, and I literally looked over and I shouted, feel the fear and do it anyway, and I just jumped off. Because even though the fear is there, okay, it's there, feel it, but just do it anyway, regardless, because you don't know what you're going to achieve. Like, I've achieved some amazing things. I mean, my first YouTube video that I put up now has like 2,000 views, and to me it was just like, had I stayed fearful, those 2,000 people that viewed it wouldn't have known about who I was, and they wouldn't have been able to be inspired. So for me, fear was a main one. And the other one, procrastination, putting it off, trying to wait for all the lights to be green. Not even a traffic light has all green lights, do you know what I mean? There's going to be times where traffic light is red, amber, and then it's green, do you know what I mean? So for me, procrastination, just try and get away from it as best as you can. And the other obstacle is yourself sometimes. For me, I spoke myself out of a lot of things. And I think a lot of us do that. We know we can be the best, we know we can be the greatest, but we speak ourselves out of it, and we give ourselves excuses to run away from whatever it is we're trying to chase. So I, at a certain time, was my biggest obstacle, and obviously the last obstacle is your haters. But at the end of the day, Cat Williams said, if you don't have any haters, you need to you're not doing the right thing. So yeah. Best piece of advice I was given was, it is better to be prepared with no opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. And I am telling you this now, it made no sense to me when I first heard it. One of my friends used to say it all the time, and then someone said to me, Sam, make sure you're prepared, because you never know when the opportunity comes. Didn't really listen. Then a big opportunity came, and I wasn't ready, and I had to pass that opportunity on. So one thing I definitely say is, it's better to be prepared with no opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. If you're a singer and you're waiting for a record label, make sure you have 10 albums written ready for when they do come. If you're a dancer, make sure you got 10 choreographed pieces or a production in your head. If you're an artist, make sure you've got crazy amount of drawings. Just make sure you've got a catalogue of stuff. Whatever it is you're chasing, my advice would be, make sure you got a catalogue of stuff, so when the opportunity does arrive, whether it's 10 years from now, 2 days from now, 2 hours from now, make sure that you're ready, because it's not about passing up opportunities, because opportunities come and go, yes, but you want to grab as many as you can while you get them. Two ways I want to be remembered. I want to be remembered as a guy that helped change lives, but I also want to be remembered as someone that impacted the world. Now, there's only a certain number of people that we know about that changed the world, but deep down, there's millions of people daily that may not have been on TV or may not have been on radio or anything, but they've changed the world in some way, shape, or form. And for me, I just want to be known somewhere in a community, in some part of the world, somewhere that I helped to change lives and change the world. So one thing I want to leave you with is, who are you flocking with, and how are they helping you grow? That's me, Samuel Speaks.